She and a friend decided spontaneously to go skydiving, and it was one of the most memorable experiences of her life so far. Speaking from the advanced manual, speech number 4, entitled The Message, Christina Hicks.
Have you ever had a time when an eerie feeling came over you? When your senses were heightened and the sight of a blackbird outside of your window on a foggy morning took on a significance it had never had before? Almost as if the universe were trying to open the lines of communication and send you a message. I experienced this recently, and it began in quite a shocking manner. My husband and I were at dinner at a restaurant with friends when suddenly we heard, "Move your baby! Please, sir, move your baby!" My husband extemporaneously lifted the car seat onto the table. Paramedics came rushing towards us. Confused, I looked around, and I saw a lady slumped over on her table, clearly unconscious. The paramedics lifted her, lowered her onto the floor, and began chest compressions. Shortly afterwards, we heard the din of a defibrillator. I looked then and I saw a man sitting close by, her husband. He looked stunned, saddened. I then heard the other noises around me amplified. The din of conversation of the other diners, laughter even. The tinging of cutlery against the plates. And the world took on a very surreal feeling. The feeling continued even as that lady was wheeled past us on a gurney. Her body bloated, her eyes staring at us lifelessly. The feeling continued on. The next morning I saw that blackbird looking at me, almost as if it knew something that I didn't know. The feeling continued on. Later that day, I received a message. It was from my best friend. She's a helicopter pilot. She's stationed on an aircraft carrier. They're out in the Pacific Ocean. Recently, there was a news article, something I probably wouldn't have paid much attention to, except that it was about her squadron. There had been a helicopter crash off of San Diego, and I received this note. It turns out her friend had passed away in that crash. She said, "I love you. Yesterday I gave a eulogy to a crew of 4,000 with tears streaming down my face. I packed up my friend's belongings, including her engagement ring, and I flew them to the beach to give to her parents. Even though I don't see you as often as I want, I hope you know that I love you." I thought about my friend then, out there in the ocean. I thought about that man in the restaurant losing his wife. I thought about that famous line, "Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee." And I got the message. The eerie feeling left me then. But the colors of my world had shifted ever so slightly. And I hug my kids a little longer now. And I send a message of my own to my husband, and to my parents, and to my friends. I love you. Madam Toastmaster.